Call from
Jacob.
Hi.
How you doing?
Oh, man.
First try.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Early bird really does get the worm. So.
I feel like I have a story that's like, you're gonna like it. I'm wearing a back brace right now. Is that enough is that up your alley?
That is just such a funny sentence, like, that I've developed a reputation as someone who'd be psyched that someone's in a back brace.
Come on, be real. That's the story. That's for this podcast, right?
All right, so tell me the dates, girl.
Well, this was exactly a week ago. I was driving through the beautiful state of Montana, and it was driving at night, and I drove into a ditch.
Oh,
and
my
I
God.
I broke a vertebrae, and in fact, tomorrow morning I'm going to see an orthopedic surgeon to check up on it, so...
Are you going to be getting surge?
No, not that. I don't think so. They told me that it was stable in the emergency room. So.
Damn. So wait, did you break something, or what was the diagnosis? Did you say?
Yeah, I broke a vertebrae. I broke. If for all the back people out there, I don't know.
all my back enthusiasts. I love having a back.
Hey, T12. Come here. Sorry, go on.
Come here. Yo, I don't know what is going on with my dog, but he's a sniffing and a snaffing and a triffing and a traffing all the live long day. Stay here. I just had him in a headlock for a second, and it felt so good.
Have you revealed the name of your dog, or is that information you wish to keep private?
I have not revealed it. I do wish to keep it private.
I can respect that.
You don't got much choice. You're laid up in the bed. You're immobilized. This podcast is all you've got.
Yeah, that's my whole life right now. It's me just like dropping. I'm at my parents' house, and I am just like dropping things all the time and having my mom like pick them up because I'm not supposed to like do any sort of bending or anything like that. So
ooh.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm just really, it's a sad life. 23 years old, no job, staying in my parents' back brace.
What's the bright side?
I don't know. Maybe I'll write a movie about it.
Oh God.
Other than that, what's new with you, Miss Chelsea Peretti?
Hero. It's been a long day, girl. It has been... Sorry, I don't mean to call you that. It's just my natural banter.
No, it's fine.
I've just been running around all day, and I woke up at like 6 a.m. I believe I am now officially done with my special, all the tinkering I've done.
Oh, I'm so excited for it.
Thank you. I hope to God that people like it. I hope and pray to the God above. Because...
It's just a given. Chelsea, you could put a video on Netflix that's just like you reading
don't
a phone
oversell
book,
this.
and I would watch it every goddamn day.
Don't oversell this. Don't oversell this. Watch my whole shit bombs, and then it's like, oh, God. She was encouraged by her podcast listeners, but she really has no talent whatsoever. You know what? Now I'm going out with new material and trying to have good sets, and just, it's a whole new ball game. It's like being a kid again.
Sorry, how often do you go out and do sets? Do you go because I know you're busy, probably you're shooting Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now. How often do you do stand-up during the week?
Well, we have this week off. But during the week, it depends week to week what my schedule is for the show. So, it can vary, it could be one set a week. It could be 3 sets. I don't know. I've never been that predictable, consistent. You choose the word that you think is the most fitting. One's negative, one's positive. Come here, boy. Come here, young man. Come here. Oh.
That is so jarring when you go from your like mode of like you're very methodical about like, well, my schedule is such and such, and then you're like, boy, come here, like just sharply. But I like it. I get it. I'm a dog owner too. So
thank you. Now, he's biting me now. Do you have Ubers wherever you're in Minnesota or Missouri?
Well, I'm in North Dakota, but I live in, I'm at my parents' in North Dakota, but I live in Denver, and yes, there's Uber there.
Oh, shit. So do you ever catch an Uber driver? Like, right now I'm torn. I have to say I'm giving it probably way too much thought about what should I rate my Uber driver that I just had. Okay, now here's the pros and cons. Pros, he drove quite quickly. You know, sometimes you get a driver, you're like, do you even care if I make it to where I need to go at all, but especially on time? Now, this guy, he almost cared too much because he was going like 55 miles an hour in 35 zones. And I was kind of like, oh, should I say something? But then I was like, I want to get to where I'm going. He was braking, pumping the brakes. Like, that's my number one pet peeve with anyone, not just Uber drivers, any driver. And I think, you know, someone in my family pumps the brakes a lot. I won't name any names. Anyway,
well,
it might, you know.
Do you know about this whole, I mean, I'm sure you do because you're privy to the Uber scene, but they like can rate the rider.
I know. And so this was my whole recent revelation. Someone told me, you're familiar, of course, Jacob, with The Secret, right? You know, this whole concept that
of course
you create.
My whole life right now, I'm trying to manifest myself back into like mobility.
Okay, so my recent horror is, what if I'm manifesting bad Uber drivers? Because when you rate them low or you have a bad interaction, they rate you low. And then supposedly you get lower rated drivers when you're low rated. So what if I'm self-actualizing shitty drivers? So now I've been pumping up my ratings.
Right.
And also it just makes me feel better, even though it sometimes doesn't feel fair. It's like tipping 20% or whatever what do you tip? 20% at a restaurant?
I was a waiter. I would say 20%.
Yeah, now if someone was like giving you shitty service, sometimes I'm like, you know what? Why am I just not arbitrarily? What is the word? Why am I just compulsive? What is the word? Anyway, why is it this just compulsory? That's the word. Compulsory 20% when if someone's giving you shitty service, you think, well, why should I reward that, blah, blah. But then I just go, well, it's a shitty, hard job. People just deserve a little TLC and love. And so I get torn between, you know, what is justice? What is fairness? Blah, blah, blah. But even big picture justice, like waiters don't make that much money. I don't know. This is why I couldn't be political.
It is tricky, but, you know, when I was thinking about back to the Uber thing, like, okay, what is the end game of, like, if they're sending you lower-rated drivers,
right?
Like, what is that?
That's a great point. What is the end game? It just starts going down into, you hit pi.
So you just, like, they send you a bike and are like, here.
You get down to know, like, your Uber driver beats you and then you shoot him and then that's, like, the end of it. I don't know. How does it go? Like, you get lower and lower. Soon you're a 1.0 and then they're coming in at 0.5 and pretty soon Uber folds. No, I thought that...
well, they wouldn't fold. Meanwhile, there's, like, this other contingency of people who have, like, the best relationships with their Uber driver. They, like, send them Christmas presents and stuff. I don't know. No, that wasn't funny. I'm sorry.
Well, I was trying to think if that was true. In which case, you know, it would be a whole nother world I was missing out on. There's a lot of worlds, you know? A lot of worlds.
Yeah, totally, there is. So I think that you should secret yourself into getting better drivers by just try it for like a week. I don't know how often you do Uber, but just try to like give them high ratings.
Okay, so you think this guy who, gave a jerky ride, you think I should just give him, what do you think I should rate him?
I don't know.
I seriously at one point was like, is he drunk? Like, I thought I maybe smelled alcohol, and I was like, is he drunk? And like, if it's my life.
Your explanation of this driver keeps getting worse and worse. You're like, it was like a little bumpy. He pumped the brakes. I thought he was drunk. Like, I don't know. I mean, if he was drunk, I would give him like,
What, a 4?
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
You give a drunk Uber driver a 4 because you want to keep your rating up. Also, are they aware? Do they find out what you rate them? I need an Uber driver to call. That's what I need to tweet. Is if you drive for Uber, call. Will people just fake it?
Sorry. I was going to say, I talked to the first Uber car that I drove in. I was like asking this guy a million questions about it because I was like wondering how do you become an Uber driver and all this stuff. And I kind of felt like it's a little bit like that waiter situation where it's like not the best job in the world.
I know. I've heard this too.
So I don't know. It's so tricky. You don't want to be an asshole, but at the same time, you just kind of want, like, that rating system is there for a reason, and it's too much.
I know, it's too much. I mean, that's the thing. At the end of the day, do you just go, look, everyone's suffering, so just be nice?
Yeah.
That's the truth of the matter. But then it's just like sometimes when you're just spending money, you feel like, well, but can I have any expectations? I don't know.
Exactly. I think about this stuff constantly.
Jacob, was there anything?
Nine-Nine. Sorry, go on.
Well, first of all, how long is that BB going to be on you?
Well, that's what I'm going to find out tomorrow. I love the abbreviation. I'm going to start using it.
My BB itches. I'm developing sores under my BB.
AOBB. But I just took a shower with it on. It's kind of like, it's a pretty minimal back brace, but I'll find out tomorrow how long they want. I'm expecting maybe a month. But I'm on Percocet.
Wait, you said you took a shower with it on?
Yeah. I'm stable enough that I can take my t-shirt off. This is getting steamy. I can take my shirt off and then put it back on and then shower with it.
Well, I would have played the sexy music there, but none of my shit is working.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I'm on Percocet, which is cool because I've never had drugs before like
Great,
that.
Great, man. Hey, it's a wild ride. If you need a refresher on where it can take you to, watch old episodes of Intervention on YouTube.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, actually. I was like, I want to watch an episode of Intervention and then, I don't know, maybe, try to find, you would know better than I about this, but, in a Yanla episode about, somebody on Percocet. Does she do that, though? What does she do? Who does she do?
She does it all. She does it all.
People?
Yanla does it all.
I need to watch some of that while I'm at my parents' because they have cable, and it's kind of like, oh, they have the OWN network, so I was watching a bunch of weird Datelines.
You know what you should do? Download the Camoji app, okay? CAM.
Oh, yeah. No, I did this. Actually, it's so funny you're saying that because I saw that you posted that, and then I immediately downloaded it because I was like, this is way too cool.
You see how much power I have, America?
You do. You have it all. Yeah. You have it
a guy marooned in his bed with a back brace on and no place to go. Downloaded one app. I downloaded. No, but listen, here's what I think you should do. Make a Camoji in your back brace and tweet it to me. Or actually, put it on Instagram and tag it because when you tweet it, it sucks. It takes you to their site. It should just...
I know. It blows.
No one's going to go, literally no one. I did a couple accidentally just testing it out and 2 people looked at it because no one wants to click an external site. Hey, shout out to Cute Emergency also because I love Cute Emergency on Twitter. But stop doing those trick video links where it takes me to an external site. No one's trying to click to your external site. Just let it go. Ugh, God, I should have been on Silicon Alley or whatever the fuck. I have so much to say.
Well, the only problem with that is how do you can't post a GIF to Instagram though?
You can actually, if you swipe, like when you just have to swipe around. When you have your completed Kimoji, you swipe up, swipe down. If you swipe down, it just starts a new one. But if you swipe to the left, I believe, no, if you swipe up, it lets you send it, and you can send it to Instagram, and then it does play within Instagram.
Okay, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna tag you, and I'm gonna tag. I already did tag. It's just me against the world, baby. Hell yeah.
Oh my God! I just blew my ears. I just blew my ears out. Oh my God, that was so painful. It's like being young again. Do you know, like when you used to do fucking ecstasy, Jacob, and you'd be all like leaned up against a speaker, like, yeah, man. And it's like, those were the days, buddy. That's what I just relived when that. Damn, my whole head is still hurting from how loud that played.
I'm sorry.
I don't even know if you could tell it was loud, but over here.
It was pretty loud, but I don't think it was as loud on my end as it was yours, because I'm okay. But I also am on Percocet, so who knows?
This is what it's like to be on Percocet.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I'm not fully awake yet.
Bong. Bong. Does that sound accurate?
That's fully what it is like to be on Percocet, 100%.
That's tight. All right, well, listen, I hope you recover nicely. I hope you don't have any limited movement in your back, and that no surgery is required. And thank you for sharing your pain with the show. You're right, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed that you're, feel safe to share it here.
Oh, of course, yeah, I was glad to do it. I'm really glad that I got through it, because I really wanted to share this story.
All right, Jacob, be well. All right, hon. I feel like, my whole life dream was always to be like the kind of woman that like says hun easily. I feel like it's starting to happen. Like I always wanted to be just like a busty diner waitress who's just like, what can I get for you, hun? Like no second thought given to like, is that awkward? Like I feel like it's such a Jewish like thing to just stress about. Like, is that awkward to say hun? Is that, would that be natural? Would that come across as, eradicate the Jews? Just kidding. As I get older, I really am starting to like Jews more than I used to. My mom always said I was a self-hating Jew. But you know what? The Jewish side of my family was not a part of my life for the most part. It was my dad's side that was more tight-knit. And the Italianos. Now, I also, as I get older, I'm like, I just want women to succeed more. If you're a young woman trying to make your way in the world, first you have this very idealistic phase in college where you're like, feminism, life, women, rights. And then it kind of, at least if you're like me, I don't know if I speak for everyone, then it kind of ebbs and it gets weirder as you encounter actual life. And then as you get older, you're just like, oh God, I just want women to succeed. I just want women. There's so many women who are so competent and then they work under incompetent men. I hope that's all right to say. What if I say it twice? There are so many women who are good at their jobs and they're in lesser positions than powerful, overconfident, incompetent men. Are there incompetent women? Absolutely. I hate all incompetent people. I think being incompetent is a symptom of being in the wrong place in life. What if I've just gone crazy and I'm just ranting in a room? My ears still hurt. Oh my God. Oh, no one's calling. Seems weird. All right, here.
Call from
Patrick.
Hello?
Hey, is this Chelsea? Well, obviously, it must be.
Who is it? Whoa, Patrick. Where are you from, Patrick?
I am from Ireland, but I'm currently in Sweden.
Whoa, double whammy of locations.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
I'm studying here for 5 months, so...
What do you think? How does Sweden compare to Ireland?
It's a lot more efficient. Buses come on time, everything like that, but alcohol is really expensive here. And being Irish, it's kind of like...
That's a death sentence for you guys. But ironically, so is alcohol.
What? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Just a clever witticism along the lines of something Oscar Wilde might have said.
I would expect nothing less.
Now, wait, what was I going to ask you? Oh yeah, didn't something just happen with Ireland? Was that Ireland?
No, it was Scotland.
God damn
You're
it.
like the 50th person to ask me that.
That sucks, man. Ugh. That's so whack. I wish I could take it back.
But like, part of Ireland is still owned by England. It's really weird. It's strange.
So do you care about Scotland? I forget. It's not even that I forget. I think I did know some of this politics and history, but if I ever did, I've forgotten it all. I will say this, I love castles.
Isn't the ABC show?
No, Patrick.
Okay.
I've never seen that show.
I was worried.
I love castles. I love sheep. I love a thick sweater, a thick knit white sweater, or any of these things like reminding you of home. No, my dog is trying to sit on all my equipment. Come here. Come over here. Come over here. Good boy. Okay, so what do you think? Is any of that kind of making you homesick?
Not really.
McDonald's?
The only thing I miss from home is curry, which is weird because I'm from Ireland, but like Swedes don't really have like curry sauce or anything like that here, and
What do they have? Just like
really missing that.
Swedish fish, those red chewy candies?
It's just like regular sauces. When I go into the supermarket, it's like boxed carbonara, stuff like that. And
Ew, boxed carbonara?
It's gross, right?
That's disgusting.
That's eggs and cheese. No one wants to eat powdery eggs and cheese.
Oh, God. I mean, and like, take it from me, I will eat some Kraft mac and cheese in a box in 2 seconds flat. I'll eat a whole box, and that's supposedly 8 servings. Something like that, Patrick. But
my friend favoriting my tweet about you.
Oh.
And my tweet was in caps in honor of you.
It was in what?
It was in capitals in honor of you.
Oh, let me see if I can see it. I'm looking here. Man, I'm so thirsty. All right. Damn, all these people are watching the Big Brother finale. Do you watch it, Patrick?
No. But I know that Ariana Grande's brother's on it, and he looks like a troll doll.
Well, what a cruel world. Now, Ariana Brando, her brother has been evicted. He's no longer in the house. You know that? Mm-hmm. From what, just the internet?
Are saying that Cody is going to win?
You think so?
I don't know. I've just read it online.
Oh, God damn it. I hope that wasn't a spoiler. It's happening right
no.
now. I don't want Cody to win.
I don't know much. This is what people are predicting is going to happen.
I mean, who do I want to win? Derek, it feels so pat, but I do feel he's earned it in some way. But Victoria would be hilarious. Cody is like the kind of... If Cody wins it, I don't know. I'd be pretty bummed. Anyway. Well, Patrick, wait. What was Sweden? Don't they eat a lot of fish and stuff?
They do. There's a lot of fish here. Like in supermarkets, they just have like, it's like a whole freezer that you just open, and there's cups, and it's just full of like shrimp. And it's like uncooked shrimp with heads, and you can just like scoop it into big buckets and just buy those big buckets of it.
And do you like
so
that?
strange.
You're making it sound like you like that.
I would if the shrimp was like headless and deveined, because that's the way it is back in Ireland.
Guess
But
what, though,
obviously-
bro? I gotta tell you, I've been eating shrimp with the heads on ever since I got deeply into Chinese food, and they fry up a salt and pepper shrimp with the whole head, and I eat that whole goddamn thing. And I'll tell you what, delicious.
I'm just worried though about the veins, because I know that's where all their shit is.
I know, but when they're deep fried, you don't really taste that shit.
I suppose.
You know, I got my nails done for a special occasion, and I just had to ask Dustin to open my Perrier for me. Is that relatable? Shit. This thing is going to hell in a handbasket. I mean, this is an unprecedented time we live in which someone can like go through so many life changes, like just right in front of people's eyes. Oh God, it's a nightmare. It's like, am I going to just wish I could delete every last one of these podcasts?
No, don't. Oh my God. They're great.
Thanks, Patrick. You're a sweetheart.
No, seriously. I was really into them like at the end of last year, and I would like sit on the bus and just listen, and I would like laugh, and people would like turn around and look at me, and I would just be like,
I love that.
Cultures.
I do love when people say that for some reason. I don't know why. It's so calming, because I used to listen to Wendy Williams all the time in New York. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she's an American celebrity. She has a talk show, but she used to be a radio personality.
I know who Wendy Williams is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know about American culture. We
Okay.
have the internet in Ireland.
I know, but I didn't know if you guys, if as a culture you would skew towards watching Wendy Williams' talk show or not.
Well, I would.
So we'll edit that sip of soda out in post, but and it's not soda, it's Perrier. But that sounds like an ad for Perrier, but it's not. I just get them at Costco. I get my Perrier at Costco. Why don't I have an endorsement deal? I'm sitting here endorsing all these motherfuckers for free. Perrier, send me Perriers. Costco, give me 10 more memberships. Anyway, listen.
What you should do, and once you're editing it, you should just put in water brand and like.
I like that. That's funny. Let me record myself saying that now so you'll have it, Dustin. I'm drinking water brand. Generic water brand. Generic sparkling soda. Generic sparkling soda with lime. From Generic Wholesale Market. Great idea, Patrick. Great idea.
Thank you, Chelsea.
So I'm trying to think. That is annoying, huh? That people confuse the Irish and the Scottish in America.
And it's because we're just like, we're not in the mainland of Europe. We're just these islands, and we're just like, we don't even class ourselves as European sometimes. Like, I personally, like, I'll talk about Europeans, and I won't speak about myself, because we're just a lot unto our own.
That's how Guam must feel. Now, Do Irish and Scottish people have different accents? These are all such stupid questions, but God damn it, because they're going to all sound the same. And you know what also happens to me too is whenever someone's like Australian or they're from South Africa, I'm always think they're from England. And God, Americans are a nightmare. I've recently been thinking a lot more about international realities, not even just politics, international realities. And it is amazing how much Americans can avoid that if they want to. What a luxury. Have you ever been to Lagos? Lagos?
Have you been to what?
I don't know.
Lagos?
Mm-hmm.
No. I've been to London. I was born in London.
I love London. I want to see the world. You know, I remember I went on this vacation with my mom one time in Mexico, and it was some place that supposedly had healing waters or some shit, and we met all these weird people there that were like grieving and getting over horrible tragedies. And they came to the healing waters, you know, limping over in all kinds of states of mental distress. Anyway, it was a beautiful location. And I met this really sweet older couple, and I was so struck because the man, we were talking, and he was talking about books he wanted to read and how he had this whole bookshelf of books he wanted to read. And he was like, you know, yeah, realistically, I won't be able to get to all of them. And it just really struck me like, God damn, that's crazy. You get to a point in life where you're like, I literally don't have the time remaining on the clock to do all my dreams and fantasies.
Oh, that's so crazy.
So depressing, but I already feel that now where I'm like, how much can I travel before I go? And that's assuming I live to a full ripe age. Anyway, this was a great pep talk about life.
I just got to say one thing.
Yes.
You didn't drink any of that water or anything, did you? Because if I know one thing about Mexico, it's that you shouldn't drink the water. Because in the Sex and the City movie, Charlotte shit herself.
Which movie? Sex and the City. Well, they have bottled water.
Feed herself. Exactly, yeah.
But the thing that's tricky, I mean, I haven't been to Mexico in quite some time, but was like, you want to eat everything from like carts, you know, and small mom and pop type places. And then it's like, you know, they might wash their lettuce in the water. You know, there's lots of different ways in which.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So it can become challenging, but God damn, I'd think about Mexico just eating camarones al mojo de ajo in the beach.
I'm like that about Italy and pasta.
I love pasta, and I have to say, I love when people say pasta like that. It sounds so... Something about it makes me like want to eat it even more when people say pasta. Oh, yeah. God, we've shared it all. Listen, Patrick, what do you... anything weird you've tried in Sweden food-wise?
Anything weird? I've tried some like traditional Swedish shots, and they were... Oh my God, they were disgusting.
What were they?
Drinking gasoline shots.
Oh, like, liquor. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, is all the women beautiful out there and the men?
Well, they're all really tall.
You don't like blondes?
There isn't a whole lot of blondes.
Really?
Sometimes. Well, yeah. But sometimes you'll see people who are like Snow White blonde, and they look like albinos.
Now, you know that Snow White was a dark brunette.
What?
You know that Snow White was a dark brunette, right?
I know, but I'm using that as Anna's assembly, is to say they're like white as snow. Not
right. Okay. Who am I thinking of? Scandinavia.
Yeah. Where I am.
They're not blonde? I thought it was all like Claudia Schiffer.
No, they are blonde.
But
it's not as blonde as people think. You know, it's not like every person that you pass on the street is blonde.
Patrick, are you mad at me?
What?
Are you mad at me?
No, of course not. How could I be mad? At Chelsea Peretti.
I never even saw your tweet, man. I'm going to have to search for it. But listen, do you get Netflix out there to watch my special on November 14th? Or...
I can't wait for your special. Oh, my God. You actually favorited my tweet about your special.
Oh, good. I try to always get back.
And then and you favorited a few of my tweets. And then the other day, you tweeted, and you were like, sometimes I've been so liberal with my favoriting. And I got really upset. And I tweeted you saying, I hope this isn't about one of my tweets.
Well, you know what? Now the whole game has changed because now there's muting. So
muting saves my life.
Me too.
It's the best.
Oh, it's incredible. You know, people will say something, they're trying to be funny, but we don't know each other. And if it rubs me the wrong way, boom, mute. All it takes is one tweet and I never see your shit again. You know what? There's probably some losses in the mix, but I think the gains are bigger.
Exactly.
Well, Patrick, peace be with ye. Is that how you say it?
And you too, Chelsea.
Thank you. Anything else you wanted to get off your chest? Murder confession?
Are you going to go see Gone Girl next week, Chelsea? I'm very excited about it. I'm obsessed with the book and the movie.
Wait, to see what?
Gone Girl with Ben Affleck.
Oh, you know, everyone keeps talking about this movie. I guess I'll probably see it.
Book.
Oh, I don't know. Everyone's been actually talking about the book and the movie, and I guess so. I bought all these books and brought them to read in my dressing room at work, and then I just, you know what, you always feel like you're going to be pulled out of there at any second, and then it could be 5 hours, but every minute you think you're about to go. So it's like you never fully relax. And you know what, my new idea is I want to use coloring books. I was thinking that would be relaxing and it would help me like just relax in my room when I can sometimes get stressed or bored, and just do a bunch of coloring.
I just think it's so cool that when you say at work, you don't just mean in a regular office, like you're literally on the set of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I know, that's me trying to be humble and discreet and, you know, not be like, when I'm on the set of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I have to say, I remember when I moved to Los Angeles and a lot of people...
Very humble.
What?
You're very humble.
I don't know what I am anymore. But listen, when I first moved here, I remember all these people tweeting like this or that. I'm on set and this or that happened, or on set and blah, blah, blah. And I used to be like, oh, get over yourself. Fucking dumb bitches. And that's men and women, you know, but then then you're on set yourself and there you have it, you know, no. But then I try to always just be like when I'm at work. I don't want to trigger anyone's feelings.
Trigger warnings. You sound like a Tumblr person.
Tumblr or counselor?
Tumblr.
You know, everyone has so many different ideas about Tumblr. I always think of Tumblr as a nice place. Now, I've certainly read a bunch of people who hate my character on there. And, you know, probably I'll stop reading all this shit shortly. I think I'm getting to that jumping off point where I'm like, you know what? I need to stop reading everything and stop faving everything and stop retweeting everything. But right now, you know, I've taken the tack of, you know what? Let me be involved. Let me interact with people. Let's share this bond of comedy, blah, blah, blah. But
it's great.
Yeah, I know. But then sometimes it can be hurtful, things you find or read. But in general,
obviously,
I think Tumblr is a pretty nice community. But then some people say it's really sensitive. And then some people say, no, it's mostly porn on Tumblr. And I'm like, what is the real Tumblr?
It's generally so many things. But the Tumblr that I kind of see lately is a sense of people. Like someone will have like a rain droplet and someone will scream and cry because there wasn't a trigger warning for a water droplet.
Oh my God.
Sure some sort of phobia.
Oh my God. There's so many people's needs to take care of all the time. It's exhausting. It's just like, especially for comedy, it's just like, oh my God, I just wish that everyone who critiques comedy, I wish they would just do one open mic. and just see how hard it is to make people laugh and how much of a desperation you feel to make people laugh. And then all your little tiny political nuances go out the window. Not all of them. Like I was impacted by Todd Glass when he came out and talked about, people being thoughtful in their stand-up and picking targets and things like that. But I think every single comedian sometimes throws all their caution to the wind and says something ignorant, and it's funny. And like that's, there's always a fine line of how do you evolve and still be funny. How do you evolve politically and be
completely.
Yeah. So anyway, shout out to Tumblr. And do you guys, no one on Tumblr uses Kimoji? Why? They already know how to make gifs. Yes, gifs.
Yeah.
Gifs.
Gifs. I say gifs, but apparently it's the creator.
No, I don't care. You know what? I honestly accidentally retweeted that fact. And I thought he was saying the opposite, and I retweeted it, and then like literally 24 hours later, I was like, no, I'd never stand by a GIF. I will say GIF till the day I die.
GIF. Exactly.
But the problem is once you take that stance, then you have to kind of say both to make sure people know, and then it's just a whole nother bag of worms. I should really join a charity or something. I should volunteer somewhere. I would like to mentor someone who's not insane.
You can mentor me.
I know, but you're so far, hon. Oh, hun. I'm working on saying hun more effortlessly. Oh, hun. You're in Sweden.
I'll just see what Shannon Doherty's up to.
What?
Does she want to mentor me?
Good luck, hon. Go get you some Shannon Doherty. Did I say that right?
I think it's Doherty.
Doherty. Is she one of yours?
No, I don't think so. I think she's from California.
Anyway, I gotta go. I'm falling asleep. And not because of you. Okay. I think you've been delightful. I personally have been up since 6 a.m. I've been running from thing to thing to thing to thing. I feel like I'm about to collapse, but I wanted to drink a sparkling water beverage, catch up with people, put out a podcast, and maybe I'll take a little nap and then go do a stand-up set.
Well, good luck on your show, and I hope you kill it. And thank you so much for this enlightening phone call. And I can't wait till my best friend wakes up tomorrow so I can rub in her face that I got to sleep to.
You should shit on her head.
I'm going to. I'm literally like...
Don't do it. Don't. All right, Patrick,
okay.
We'll have fun in Sweden.
I will, Chelsea. Thank you so much.
Should I name this episode Patrick's Adventures in Sweden?
Oh my God.
Even though you didn't tell me one adventure.
I got a selfie with a monkey last Monday.
Perfect.
In a zoo kind of thing.
Well, if you post that to me, that would actually, you know what I should start doing is post pictures from callers. So like this call, I had a guy in a back brace. You have a selfie with a monkey. And what would be great is if you would tweet me those so I can put it together in Instagram when I post about the thing. Everyone can see it. All right.
Oh my God, yes. And what I tweeted with like a special hashtag, so you'll be able to find it straight away.
Yes, and call it Patrick's Adventures in Sweden because no one knows what that means except me. Okay.
Perfect. Oh, okay. Bye, Chelsea.
Bye. So today I had a wild craving to work out. Did I do it? No. I literally walked around the block. It's so hard to stay in shape, y'all. Y'all, it's hard. I honestly had a thought, like, I should make this podcast a workout podcast where we, I just go like, we're going to do stand on your tiptoes. 1, 2, 3,
To accept,
4,
press 1.
5,
To send a voicemail,
6,
press 2.
7. Damn it.
Call from
Taylor.
Taylor.
Chelsea.
Hey.
I want to talk to you about a real estate agent.
Oh, okay.
I remember you being interested in that.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
Shit, I don't remember what my questions were.
All right. Well, I have to tell you, like, I'm not a real estate agent, but like, I come from a big. All right, I come
this
from
fell
a big
apart
family
fast.
of real estate agents.
So do I, as a matter of fact.
Do you?
I do.
Well, what do you want to know?
I don't remember. This is the whole flaw of my entire podcast is I ask questions and then people call about it like 10 episodes later. But I don't know. What I wanted to talk to is a real estate agent in my neighborhood so I can find out who lives in all the houses that I bought.
Oh. Yeah, I live on the other side of the country. I don't think I can help you.
Shit.
Call from Julia.
Julius?
Julia.
Oh, hi, Julia.
Hi.
What if your name was Julius?
I'm really excited.
I'm saving photos of Patrick with a monkey. Life is getting so crazy.
I saw the call-in topic, but I'm not old enough to drive, so I don't have a car. So I don't.
No, but Uber is a special car service in which like randos drive people to random locations.
Oh, I thought it was a type of car.
No, it's like a
Okay.
whole service that we have. I mean, I think it's in a lot of states at this point, but I don't know. Maybe it's just in a few.
I don't know. I've never used it, I guess. I have a story about murder if you want to hear it.
Oh, man, I'm kind of on the fence about murder these days.
Well, it's not human murder.
Oh, God. Is it a pet? I can't. Honestly, there's been so
No.
many horrible... That fucking story in the news about the guy who fucking ate his... or fed his girlfriend's dog to him. It's like, how fucking psychotic are men? Like, seek
I don't
mental
know.
help. Seek mental help. If you've
Yeah, but
ever...
it's not
honestly...
about a human murdering.
Wait, I have
it's
to
not about
make-
a human murdering a pet. It's about animals murdering each other.
Hold on, though. I need to make a PSA announcement. If you've ever had a thought about hurting an animal, that means you're a sociopath. Seek help. God, it's terrifying. All right.
Call from Nicole.
Nicole?
Kelsey.
Yes.
What up, girl?
What's going on, Nicole? Tell me everything. Is this Nicole from Big Brother?
I wish I was Nicole from Big Brother. I thought Nicole played an awesome game.
You did? Wait, if you know,
I
first
was
of all,
rooting for her.
don't tell me if you know who just won. I don't know if it's out already.
No, I have not watched, but that is what I wanted to talk to you about.
Well, here's my feeling. I don't
Okay.
want Cody to win. Do you want Cody to win?
No, I don't want Cody to win.
Good. You're not thinking with your pants. Okay?
Wow.
First of all, don't you think that was mean when Zingbot was like, Derek is the ugliest guy in the house? It's like, fuck you, Zingbot. Like, has anyone ever punched Zingbot in the face?
They should have. I mean, yeah, why you gotta talk about somebody's looks? That's rude.
That's so rude. Like, this is what I don't understand sometimes about network TV. Like, they're like, don't show a penis. Don't say this or that. But you can call a married man whose little daughter he's playing for. You can tell him he's ugly. Like, and he's
Right.
not ugly. He's not ugly at all. So it's just like, why is that okay with your moral compass? Now, P.S. I'm a huge fan of this show, but that really bothered me. We all have our different lines. I just thought it was particularly uncalled for out of nowhere.
I agree. I'm also personally way more attracted to Derek than I am to Cody.
Interesting. I could see that. I could see that. Now, listen, here's the thing. Like, Cody's the more traditional pretty boy, but I also am not attracted to Cody because Cody has this vibe of like a 5-year-old. You know, like Andy kind of had that last year too, like this 5-year-old whining kind of vibe where it's like, he's always like yelling and he's always flaring his nostrils and he's always just like, I feel like I don't know. He just, anyway, I just don't feel he's played an interesting game, Cody. And I feel like,
not at all. Cody's done literally no thinking of his own.
Yeah. What if he wins? God damn it. But I honestly think Victoria winning would be hilarious.
Victoria winning would be such a dream come true. It would be
oh my God.
It would be amazing.
People would be so pissed. P.S. Like, how delusional is Victoria? You want to talk about misappropriated confidence. That's something I associate with guys so much of the time. Victoria straight up thinks she's the shit. And every competition, she's like, it was hard. And it's like, you're on Big Brother.
I love it.
You're on Big Brother. It was supposed to be hard. Hey, come here. Come here. Someone's exploring a little too much for my comfort.
Your cute doggy over there. Live his life. No, I love Victoria constantly being like the last girl in the house. Like, that is so funny. Like, by none of her own work, she's the last girl in the house.
I know. And then, like, but in a way, she's right. I mean, she did outlast everyone. Right. So it's like, who's to say who's better, I guess? But it's like, the competitions is a nightmare. And then social game, it's unclear to me what her plan was. This is the thing. If she was a mastermind and she was like, I'm going to prove myself to be a complete failure at every competition and have no social game, and that's my game, then that would be kind of amazing. But like, if
that'd be a great strategy.
Yeah, like, think if she wins, like, how good her speech could be. Like, she's like,
great.
What if she like broke out of her Victoria, like, I don't know, whatever. Like, it was hard. You know, like, what if she broke out of that and she was like, you guys, I played you all. I'm a PhD student at blah, blah, blah. I give to this many charities. I just played off of people's stupid stereotypes about jappy girls. And I actually am a thinking, feeling person, and I had a strategy the whole time. So vote for me. You know.
Do you think if Derek won the final HOH, he would take Victoria over Cody?
Even Derek, she could be like, and Derek, you know, he had a smart game, but I guess he took a paternal, you know, tone with me and underestimated my great intellect. And like, can you imagine everyone in the jury would just be like, holy shit.
I love that. They were like, that's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. Victoria, you were the winner.
Why don't they show the jury house?
I think they'll show a little bit of it tonight.
But like in the money grubbing world of television. And
they have a separate series with spin-offs.
Yes, I don't get it.
Yeah. I guess watch it.
I guess part of it is no one would be bummed going to the jury house if they were like, I'm just on the jury house show now. You know, like, so many people seem motivated by the fame for Big Brother. Like, you know, like fucking Beast Mode is all about like, oh, who's watching this? Who's a fan? Like, who am I going to meet? And it's like, oh shit, I guess that does happen.
Did you see him when he was like, you know, I don't know, I could get out of here and have a movie deal lined up. I could have a modeling contract lined up.
Yes.
Like, no.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. But maybe he will. I don't know. Has anyone from Big Brother gone on to do something huge?
Not that I'm aware of.
See, that's a whole new kind of depression. Like, I mean, I loved McCrae, and I wonder, like, what's next for McCrae? Like, or what's next for all these different... I should call McCrae. You know, they're all in town for some party tonight, but I feel like I got up at 6 a.m. I don't think I can do it.
Oh, you should go. Well, you know, you do you. If you don't want to go, it's okay.
It would be so cool, kind of. But then it's like, you know, it's hard when you meet your heroes. You know? I just kind of want to keep them as gods in my mind.
Yeah, that idol worship, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, what am I going to do? That would be so trippy, actually. See, this is why I always wish I could be invisible. I would love to be invisible and just walk through that party. but not physically be there. I always feel that at parties, like especially LA, because there's so many Hollywood parties where no one's really having fun. Everyone's pretending to while they stare around and see who's there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this is even parties where it's like tons of people on TV. Like everyone still hasn't met so-and-so and they want to see what they're like. And so I just am always like, what if I could be invisible? Like, and then just walk around and stare all up in people's faces, you know? I also think that with the apocalypse, like it would be so cool to be like invisible and just, I guess it doesn't have to be an apocalypse for that. Like just be invisible and walk up in people's houses and look around. That'd be scary.
You could just be like a real estate agent for that.
That's true. That is part of the appeal. Come here. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. All right. Well, whatever. You know, this is perfect. It fits with my day. Someone got viciously attacked by a black lab and may lose a finger. This is why, you know, shout out to Brendan Walsh. He loves shout outs. But Brendan Walsh, like a dummy, will pet any dog he sees without any concern for its temperament. And I'm always like, dude, I had one dog freak on me and I never reached out for strangers' dogs anymore. I say, are they friendly?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Be careful. All right. I got to go. Love you.
Okay.
Call from.
Hello?
Oh my gosh, hello?
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 Hi.
Chelsea?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay, this is happening. I am the person who has been pestering you on Twitter, trying to call into the podcast and talk about Pau Gasol. I know the Feral Audio Twitter account said you were looking for like Uber stories, and I don't have any of those, but I do have lots of things I would like to say about Pau Gasol.
Like you have an interesting story?
No, I'm just really obsessed with him. It's weird. Like, obsessed is probably like a stupid word, but like he's just really, like, I just am really amused by his existence for some reason. Like, I follow him on Facebook and Instagram, and it's just one of the most consistently funny things in my life, because he's just like, oh, I was doing this conference thing, or like he was posting about how he was recording like some Christmas song for UNICEF album, and I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know you could sing. So yeah, just amazing me every day, I guess. And I live in Memphis, which you actually talked about a couple times on the podcast, which I would like to say that I appreciate. But so my boyfriend has season tickets to the Memphis Grizzlies, and he likes Pau's brother, Mark, who plays for the Grizzlies a lot better, but, you know, I'm not as picky, I guess. I don't know. Just how do you feel about him? What is it like being followed by him on Twitter? I just have a lot of questions. I just have a lot of feelings about it for no reason.
You know, it's really powerful.
What specifically?
Uh-oh, we're losing technical connection.
Call from.
Christian.
Christian.
Yes.
What's up?
Hey, what's up?
Is this Christian from New York?
No.
Oh.
From
Hi.
Virginia.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm doing real good.
Great. I just had a twinge of pain in my ear that reminded me of getting earaches as a child. What if I get an earache? Oh my God.
I've never had an ear infection or earache like that before, actually.
Well, listen, man. I guess your shit don't stink, Christian.
Nah. Hey, can I just tell you real quick? I thought the episode you did where you impersonated Angie Martinez, you had me cracking up. I play that all the time. It was fucking hilarious.
Thank you. That was a really fun episode. That was like a real left turn. But Angie Martinez, the funny thing is, like, I listened to Wendy Williams all the time when I was in New York, and then Angie Martinez sometimes, but more because I liked the music. I never cared for her energy or vibe. Now, just with the caveat that I'm not that familiar with her whole body of work. So if, you know, people love her, please don't hate me. I don't know the whole story. But just the way she talked. Yeah, the way she talked always just was like so specific, and it always just bugged me, and I can't tell you why.
Yeah, no, I your impersonation was great, though. I'm looking forward to Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Thank you, Christian. I really hope people like it. There's so many things coming up. God, we've shot, I think, I don't know how many. We've shot so many episodes, and nothing's aired yet. So it's always a weird feeling. There's so many things like that in entertainment where you're just like waiting for people to see it, and it takes 10 years.
Right. Yeah. So what's any other topics going on?
Well, do you have Uber? Where are you again?
Virginia. I'm in Williamsburg.
Williamsburg, Virginia. Historic Williamsburg.
Yeah. I hate it, but it is pretty historic. I grew up here, so everything's boring now to me.
Are you thinking about leaving?
No, probably not. I'm kind of staying around here now because my niece was just born a year ago, so I kind of want to be close to her.
Congratulations. Isn't that so fun having a niece? I have nephews, but it's just like the funnest surrogate.
It's a preview. If, you know, I do want kids, but it's kind of like a preview. And
this is moving fast.
Before I had more of a positive outlook on it, but now I'm kind of, I don't know, makes you think about some things.
I know, like sometimes when my nephews, they're twin boys, when they start wiling out, I'm like, oh my God, how does anyone do it? But then when they're cute.
I know my sister because, yeah, they are. And I know my sister because I'll see her do things and I'll try to tell her, like, I think maybe you should try something else. And, she looks at me like, okay, you're not the parent.
I know. See, that's the thing. Like, I feel like if I have kids, that'll be my number one pet peeve is like, don't fucking tell me how to parent my child. I'll start busting out.
That's fair. That's fair.
But it is true. It's just, so tempting to do it.
Well, and it's because, like with my niece, I mean, she's only, she just turned 1, and I know you can't really decide how a person's going to be a 1, but I see like she just seems like she's really going to be very easily spoiled and entitled. So things like, where she can't be more than 10 feet away from her mom, it's like, okay, as soon as she starts crying, don't run and just pick her up every time. She'll never get used to it. But at the same time, I guess the sound of her crying to my sister sounds a lot different than it does to me. So,
whereas to you, it sounds like angels singing.
I don't know about that, but I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's so tempting to do that. I feel like that's the whole thing, like weaning the kid of sleeping in their crib or sleeping with the parents. There's so many things that you have to teach them. That's what blows my mind with kids is like every single thing they resist is like a basic survival skill.
Hey, can I say, let me make one more comment about something you said a while ago. I think you tweeted about a long time ago, but I just experienced it. It made me think of it. I went to a friend's house and he required everybody that goes there to take off their shoes
off.
That's fine. But what irritated me was that I saw, like, he has a cat and a dog. And so the cat,
oh my God,
post litter box is like running around on the dining room table and the countertop. And the dog is like sleeping on the couch. And so I'm like, you're worried about my shoes that I just wiped off on your welcome mat, but you have pet hair and probably fecal matter from your cat all over the counter.
It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. And it's like my friend, it's like she has a shoes off policy. She's like, it's cultural, like she's lived all over the world. I'm talking about Chico. And
yeah, Chico, yeah.
Yeah, but then she also has a dog, and it's like, yes, your dog is walking through piss and shit on a daily basis and then walking all over your house. So it's just basically like you're telling your guests to walk in microbes of shit and piss.
Right.
And
Well,
you're instructing
exactly,
them
but
to do that.
I'm the rude one if I say anything like that, which I get that it's, you know, it's their house, so I'm not saying that I'm not going to follow the rules, but I shouldn't be faulted for questioning that logic.
Or supply
which to me
socks.
doesn't-
Supply socks, fresh socks that I can wear.
Yeah, fresh socks. Yeah, you're right.
Straight from, the package. I don't know. I definitely, I think you should have to choose. Do you have a shoes off household or do you have a pet? And I was like, do you wipe his feet all the time with wet naps and antiseptic things? No, of course not. It's like you love your pet, so you let them do it. Anyway, whatever. No one cares about this. That's what I've learned in trying to talk to people about it. You're the first person who's actually cared about it. Well,
yeah, it's only things that happen to me, so.
I think my dog's starving. I feel like I'm getting an earache. And I hope we can end on this very important PSA of don't make people take their shoes off if you have a filthy animal parading all over your table, couches, chairs, and floors. So, Christian, thank you for highlighting this number one pet peeve in my pet peeve book. And
thank you. Your podcasts are great, and I love you on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I hope you get lots more scenes, and I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you. Tune in this Sunday. It's going to be I haven't seen it yet, but I liked the scripts a lot, and there's a lot of juicy things happening, Christian. Now, listen, Christian, get out of Williamsburg, even if just for a month,
Okay. I'll do that.
All right. Bye. Thank you.
Take care.